Who is your inspiration when it comes to working out, to being consistent, to have the six packs that you want, or in my case, the things that make more sense, to being able to work out also when you are 70, 80 years old, to play with your grandchildren, to play with your kids, to be fit, to feel good, to maybe don't have a six pack, but to be strong enough and agile enough and with the right mindset, the healthy mindset that will help you to be consistent. Because of course, nowadays there are so many fitness influencers that look good, they look like they have the body of gods, and they give you so many tips that in the end, I don't think in many cases are the right tips for most people. I don't say that they are completely wrong. I don't say that what they are doing is not a good suggestion. When I'm being realistic, when I'm being pragmatic, when I think about the long term, because we are talking about the long term here, they're not realistic. For example, let's take a tip that I see nowadays with many content creators on Instagram that talk about how to work out when you are a dad. Now, I'm a dad, and I take it personally when they say that I should wake up at 4:30 and train before my kid wakes up. Now, again, on paper, it sounds amazing. And if this is the only time that you have to work out, then maybe it's the right thing for you. But when you think about the 5 pillars that I talked about in previous videos, that are family, work, content, working out, and sleep, then you realize that it's really hard to wake up at 4:30 consistently and work out for years. If you can do it, you're a machine and I salute you, but I think about myself, I won't be able to do it. Because if I will do it, it means that I need to go to sleep at 9, which is crazy. I won't be able to be with my wife after my son falls asleep. My sleep, I don't know, it will be hard. It will impact my sleep. It will impact my life. It will make me much more stressful. And that thing, I think, will really be bad for most people. And when you think about it, you spend 24 hours a day doing stuff, and you can find time to work out during the day. Maybe after your son falls asleep, you can do a 20 or 30 minutes workout. I think it's realistic. Maybe don't do it at 4:30, do it at 6, or do it after your son or your kid goes to daycare, or find the ways to do it. Weekends, you can do 2 or 3 workouts a week. There are many things you can do. But this is just one example. There are much more things that are there when it comes to food, when it comes to relationship. For example, those people that say that you should not go out, you should not spend time with your friends, you just work out, you should just be consistent, no days off, do one more. All those things that, again, on paper are amazing tips, are really good tips. But when you look, again, long term, they are not realistic. Because I don't want to be someone with a 6-pack and super fit, looks good, feels good physically, but I don't go out with my friends at least once a month. I think that what is the purpose of life if you don't enjoy an evening with a friend, eating, having fun, talking, laughing, or going out with your wife? If you wake up at 4:30, how can you go out date nights with your wife? I went after 2 years, I think, we went on very few dates since my son was born, and he's almost 2 years old. And last week we went on a date. It's not the first one, but I look at it as the really the first one that I felt, okay, we are starting something new. Our son is big enough for us to feel comfortable to leave him with my parents or with his uncle, and for us to go out. How would life would look like if you don't have fun, if you don't rest, if you don't eat things that are not healthy every now and then. For example, there is a very good fried chicken place that I love. I go and eat there once every few months. It's okay. Most of my life is built out of food that I eat that is healthy. Sometimes it's okay to eat food that is not healthy, but it's tasty. Your body needs it. The thing that you need to understand is that you need, again, to be honest with yourself. I'm going to talk about it many, many times. Knowing how to have the conversation with yourself on being honest with yourself. Because you can start a huge snowball that will just grow and grow, that, okay, if you ate that fried chicken once, now you're going to order the other day a pizza and a hamburger, and you start eating really, really bad, and that impacts the full picture, the long term. If you eat something that is considered junk food once every, let's say, month, 2 months, 3 months, it's okay. Nothing is gonna happen. But if you don't know how to be honest with yourself and work on the thing that is talking with yourself, being strong, knowing when to stop eating bad and eating good, I think this is something that is very important to understand and to practice. It's a never-ending story. Before I started working out 16 years ago, I've been working out consistently for the last 16 years. Before I was consistent, I ate a lot of junk. My life was basically rice, chicken, ketchup, and candies. That's what I ate. Pizza and hamburgers, all the things that are not good for you. And one day I just realized that, okay, it's enough. I don't want to do it anymore. Let's make the switch. And since then, I did a huge change, but it will never end. I have times in life that I just feel cravings for things that are not healthy. And I just eat them, and the day after, I go back to my diet, to my routine, my daily routine. So all those influencers, all come back to the influencers. All those influencers, when they say that you should never eat junk food, you should never do things that make you happy, not physically, but mentally. You should wake up so early. You should work out 6 times a week in order to get your goals. All those influencers, again, I don't want to say that they are talking bullshit, because again, on paper it's true, and for some it's the right thing to do. But for me, and I think for many or most people, this is the wrong thing to do. You should just be honest with yourself, understand that it's a long game, that the goal is to be able to work out and to feel good when you are 80 years old as well. Imagine life looking back 80 years old and you say, okay, now I feel good, but when I went on a trip, on all my trips to Greece, to Italy, to France, to Spain, to I don't know where I didn't eat the local food. I didn't drink a cup of wine. So yeah, again, you will be probably very fit, but you will also be sad. So there is balance here, okay? There is being honest with yourself, balanced. I know that for me, I am very, very consistent, and my friends, that's the thing that made me realize that this is the content that I should do, because I tried to do content about marketing, because I'm a marketing manager. This is my job. This is my profession. I tried to do product reviews, which I think I'm good at, but in the end, I don't want to just feel like I'm promoting things and I make people buy things all the time. I felt bad about it. And when I saw a few good content creators that talk about creating content, they all said that you should think about things that your friends say that are really special about you. And I have a friend of mine who is one of the top CrossFitters in Israel. He told me the fact that you can work out consistently 3-4 times a week in your home like that, it's insane. It's amazing. And he's one of the top CrossFitters in Israel. Okay, he's very famous here in Israel. Shout out to Nemo if you watch it. And I just realized that this is what I should do. This is what I should do. I should just talk with you about being consistent when you want to work out, how to do it, the tips that made me do it. I know that I tried working out at the gym, I tried doing many things, and this is the thing that worked for me. And what I realized that I don't want to brainwash you in order for you to just say, okay, the best thing you can do is work out at home. No, for each person, there are things that will be good for him and bad for him. I just want to help you to be consistent. It doesn't matter if you want to be the top CrossFitter. It doesn't matter top CrossFitter maybe no, because then all the crazy tips of like extreme, maybe they make sense. But for normal people, if you are a normal person and you want to be consistent and you want to work out, it doesn't matter if it's running, if it's tennis, if it's CrossFit, if it's working out at home, if it's just walking, doesn't matter what. Jump rope, doesn't matter what. I want to help you to be consistent. And if you want me to help you to be consistent in the next 30 days, first of all, of course, follow this channel, but I also started a new newsletter that when you subscribe, you get 30 emails in the next 30 days. So email once a day with small tips and small realizations in my life that I think will be beneficial for you as well, that will help you to be consistent. So when you subscribe, you get the 30 days consistency challenge. And also when you subscribe, you get a free list of all the equipment that I have at home that I think is a good way to start. And yeah, again, free of charge. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.